Good morning, everyone. It is March 17th? It's St. Patrick's Day. Happy St. Patrick's Day. You're here for the Morning Wake Up 10, 10, and 10 program with Cowichan Brain Injury Society. Cowichan Brain Injury Society is a nonprofit working with brain injured individuals as well as their supports and loved ones in the Cowichan Valley. The 10, 10, and 10 Morning Wake Up program is a program we run on YouTube Live that does 10 minutes of movement, 10 minutes of learning, and 10 minutes of mindfulness, which works into the 6 pillars of brain health. Which, as a reminder, the 6 pillars of brain health are to use your brain, cognition, learn something new, move, stress management, which is where the mindfulness comes in, socialization, so seeing and meeting with people, proper sleep, and nutrition. I am Billy Kinsley. I am the registered kinesiologist that works at Cowichan Brain Injury Society. So welcome, everyone. I just want to remind you that we will be moving. We will be doing chair exercises as well as standing exercises, but you want to make sure that you're in a safe environment, clear of obstacles, making sure you can stretch out your arms in either direction, as well as your legs. I will demonstrate both a standing and seated exercise while we're moving. We'll do each exercise for 30 seconds to a minute. What else do I need to tell you? Cowichan Brain Injury Society is not liable if you have any injury or accident while you are participating in the program. It is your responsibility to make sure you are safe. Make sure you have some water as we are going to get moving. And if you want to have music on, I put a little earbud in so that kind of helps motivate me to move. Yeah, I think that's about all. So I think we're going to get started with our movement here. And I'm going to press play on my music and we'll get going here. 1 second. Okay. All right. I want you seated upright with your abdominal engaged, so your core engaged, ideally at the edge of the chair, if this is comfortable for you, working at keeping that nice, strong posture. Okay, we're going to start with some shoulder rolls. Just rolling those shoulders back, nice and exaggerated. You can do this standing, exactly the same movement. Standing. Nice work. Adjust my clothing here. Okay, let's go the other way. Get your whole arms kind of into this movement. You can do this while you're in your seat still. Same movement. Okay, we're going to exaggerate this more, going alternating arms like we're swimming here. Again, while this is seated, you're doing the same movement. Nice kind of arm circles. Nice work. Good job. Let's do a few more seconds here. Doing our big front crawl. Is that what it's called? Awesome. You can shake that out. Okay. I'm going to show you seated what we're going to do next. We're going to think about bringing our knee outwards. So we're going to bring our right knee and then our left knee outwards. Right, left. So we're kind of going up on our toes, you can see, as best we can. And then bringing our knee to the outside. What it looks like standing. Going at a pace that feels right for you always. Good work. A few more seconds. You can use a chair to help you with balance. Good work. Okay, we're going to go like the opposite way. So while we're in our seat, we're thinking about our feet about hip width apart, and then we're bringing our knee in. Again, going up on our toe, up on our toes, lifting our heel and bringing our knee inwards. This is getting a bit of rotation in our hips. Standing. Can do a little twist. Kind of like a dance move. We're not yanking on our knee. We're just softly rotating. Think of it coming from your hips as well. Call them closers and openers of our hips. Good. A few more seconds here. Good job. All right. Okay, let's lift our hands up overhead, swing down. Up overhead, swing down. You can do this standing as well. And you can go as far down as feels good for you. I like a nice full bend in my hips. Loosening up all my joints. Slight bend in my knee. Nice work. I feel the crackling in my joints. First time I've moved this morning. Well, pretty much. All right, a couple more here. Awesome job, everyone. Again, we're trying to get that full 10 minutes of movement, but if you do need a rest, you're always listening to your body. Okay, with our hands out to the side, we're kind of pushing down just gently. So I'm kind of like flying. I'm like not doing a big flap. We're just doing a little flap here. Little flap, little birdie trying to fly. Probably not doing a very good job. And then across. Flap, 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 across. Again, going at your own pace. And a little flap. And then across. And again, just standing while you do this. Just makes your body work a little harder if you're capable. But whatever feels good for you. Okay, we're going to stick with us some arm movements here. We're just crossing in front now. So switching which hand is on top. Good work. That's for a couple more seconds. Awesome job. Okay, next, we're going to do our modified jumping jack. One leg out to the side, one arm out to the side. You can think about doing a disco move, you know. Maybe some of you were big disco people in the past. And what this looks like standing. You can do a little knee bend in between. Awesome work. Keep it up. And again, just going at a pace that feels good for you, challenging your balance. You can always just do the leg while holding on to the chair. It's fine as well. I'm just going to do it for about 10 more seconds. And this one we did a full minute of. It's one of my favorites, so I have to do it longer because I like it. Awesome work. Okay, next we're just going to go doing our best to touch toes, knees, shoulders, sky. Toes, knees, shoulders, sky. Standing, if you can bend all the way down, far as you can, knees, shoulders, sky. Don't worry if you can't make it all the way to your toes. Just hinging at the hips is good for your body. And do this for a few more seconds. And if bending forward doesn't feel good for you, again, doing this in the chair, you don't have to go down and up as far. So a couple more here. Stretching up at the top. Good work, one more. Great, let's wiggle our fingers up at the top here while we're stretched. And then let's just do a side reach. So we're bending over a little bit, reaching our arm overhead. Okay, we're grabbing something, coming back down. Nice work. If you want to engage your muscles more, if you actually think about grabbing and pulling something with strength, you'll engage all of those muscles. Again, you can just do this Standing with some weight transfer. More challenging. Good work. Nice work. And do some twisting in a second here. Good job. Keep it up for a couple more seconds and we're done. Okay, we're gonna twist. So we're just thinking about offering someone pizza or cake. You can have your hands out, twisting. While you're seated, looks pretty much the same. And feel free, some of us get dizzy when we move our head, so you can have your head stationary and just move your body, or some of us might experience the opposite, that we need our head and our body working together while we twist to not trigger any dizziness. So you can do your whole body and head as well, and you can go at a slow pace. Sorry, when I'm twisting, you might not be able to hear me as well. All right. Anyways, we'll finish that up. But just being mindful of twists. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is a bit of a clock tap. So we're going to take our right foot, we're going to tap in the front, we're going to tap to the side, and we're going to try to tap back. So we'll go front, side, back. Same thing standing, and hold onto a chair, front, side, back. Again, going at a pace that suits you. You can try to do it without the chair to work on your balance, but for safety, using the chair or being seated is better. Let's switch feet. Tapping front, side, back, front, side, back. We're going to do about 15 more seconds on this side. Always coming back to the center. Good work, everyone. Almost done. Okay, the last exercise we're going to do is we're just going to do heels up, toes up, heels up, toes up. Again, you can do this standing with a chair. Specifically, the toes up, standing, is really tricky. It's getting a little bit of ankle strength happening here. Awesome. And that'll be our last movement. Okay, you can stop your music if you're playing music. I'll put that over there. Don't have a pocket today. I'm going to move my chair up because I was like having this conversation a little closer. Take a sip of water. Hydrate. I hope you're feeling a little bit more limber, raring to go now for your day. We've been talking about nutrition this month. So we talked about hydration and we talked about macronutrients last week. This week, we're going to talk a little bit about micronutrients. Now, micronutrients are all the other things you get from food. So think about vitamins and minerals. So you vitamin A, C, B, K, blah, 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 blah. There's, I think, more. And then all of these minerals. So we talked a little bit about these on the first day of nutrition, when we talked about electrolytes. So that's a lot of the minerals too that we're getting from food. So potassium, magnesium, calcium, sodium, etc. There's, again, a whole bunch of these, and each of these minerals and vitamins has a different role in the body. So, and each food product you eat has a different makeup of minerals and vitamins. Basically, they get a food product is made up of vitamins. So fruits and veggies especially have a lot of vitamins in them, and depending what kind of fruits and veggies they are, they'll have a different makeup of vitamins. And then minerals is basically what that product may absorb from either things it consumes or soil. So think of the fruits and vegetables growing in the soil. They absorb these minerals that then we eat. So it's just kind of cool, just again, thinking about how very connected we are and to the earth, I guess. I digress. But it is really important to have a varied diet because, like I said, each fruit, vegetable is made up of a different combination of vitamins and minerals. I don't have the time, you don't have the time to look up what every fruit and vegetable and what their makeup is. But having a variety, fruits, vegetables, meats, dairy products will provide you with the vitamins and minerals you need. Now, our body doesn't create many of these vitamins and minerals on its own. So we need to get it through eating. We talk about eating the rainbow. That's really about these micronutrients, is getting all the varied vitamins and minerals we need by having a colorful diet. Now, what are some of the things that these vitamins and minerals do? Like I said, they have a whole bunch of different functions throughout our body and in our cells. But some of the important, well, it's all important, but bone health, we think about calcium, bone health, we need calcium to have nice healthy bones. The fluid balance, which we talked a lot about with electrolytes, so sodium, magnesium really helps with the fluid balance inside and out of cells. Growth, immune function, neuroplasticity, which is, we're going to talk a little bit about a vitamin that's really good for neural growth in a second here. But yeah, it just a whole bunch of different functions, and they're needed for all these different chemical reactions within our body. And the more vitamins and minerals we have, the more optimal functioning our body will be at. So if we have all of these different varied vitamins and minerals, we will be at prime function, basically. And so this is why fruits and veggies are just so important, because they really give us that peak performance. Think about like surviving versus thriving. If you are getting those macronutrients we talked about last week, carbohydrates, protein, and fats, you're going to be surviving. But to be thriving and our body functioning at its at peak performance, we need these micronutrients. Yes. Okay, so what else can I tell you about these things? We're going to just actually speak a little bit more about a specific vitamin. So we can't get into all of them. Again, we don't have the time. It's not really necessary. Just eat a lot of different colored fruits and vegetables in a varied diet. But vitamin B12 specifically is extremely good for brain health. So it's really important for those neural connections, so neuroplasticity and communication between neurons. So after a brain injury, taking some B12 as a supplement can be really good for you. Also, B12 tends to be lower as we age. And I'm not sure, I didn't actually research this, so maybe if someone finds out, they can share about like why it seems to dip as we age. Maybe we can't hold on to it the same way. I'm not sure. Another thing about minerals and vitamins is if you have too much, you just pee it out. So there's no harm for most of them to have too much of these vitamins and minerals, because your body will just take care of that waste. But yeah, vitamin B12 is one that tends to be lacking in our system, especially as we age. So taking a supplement can be really important, or being mindful of what we're eating to get B12 specifically. It also boosts energy, and it helps synthesize dopamine and serotonin. Dopamine and serotonin are neurotransmitters in the brain. Dopamine is known to help motivate. So it's what gets me out the door to go for a run. Thank you, dopamine. Or like go and socialize with friends. It's kind of the action neurotransmitter to go and do the things. And serotonin, people have maybe heard about serotonin, is kind of like the happy neurotransmitter. It is like those good feels. It's not oxytocin, which is the really, really happy ones, the ones you get from like cuddling and hugging people, as well as like sex. That's oxytocin. Serotonin is kind of more the calm, chill, happy vibes. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking of like, peace, love, hippie. If a neurotransmitter was a persona, serotonin would be kind of like those kind of hippie chill vibes on the beach, Yeah. So that's good because it can make us feel calm yet satisfied. So yeah, vitamin B12 promotes the synthesis of dopamine, serotonin, both very important neurotransmitters for our mental health. It also boosts our energy so that we have the energy to do the things. And as many of you know, after brain injury, our energy can really dip down. So taking B12 as a supplement can be really helpful. So what has B12 in it? Well, eggs and fish, legumes, so like bean vegetables, and leafy greens. Also whole grains or fortified cereals. So some cereals will say fortified, or with B12, you can always look at the nutrients label too to see if it has any of that in it. So looking out for that is really good. Eggs in general, great food, just like 10 out of 10 food. I am trying to eat an egg a day because they've got protein in it. It's got vitamin D in it, which not many foods have vitamin D in it. One of the only, we mostly get it from the sun. So during the winter, taking a vitamin D supplement can be really important when we're not exposing our skin to the sun and when we have more gray days. But eggs have vitamin D in it, as well as protein, as well as that vitamin B12. It also has healthy fats in it. 10 out of 10, eat your eggs. Yeah. So that's basically what we're going to talk about. Hopefully that was enough information. Micronutrients we get from variety of foods. Eating the rainbow really helps you cover all of those different vitamins and minerals that we need for our body to function at its optimal level. And vitamin B12 is our kind of spotlight vitamin for today because it is often drops as we age. Most people, older adults, don't have enough B12, and it also really promotes that brain health, neuroplasticity, boosting energy, as well as helping with those neurotransmitters, serotonin and dopamine. Okay, so moving on, we're going to do our mindfulness practice. I'm going to take another sip of water because I've just been talking nonstop. Whew. And you're going to get yourself, while I'm taking a sip of water, get yourself comfortable, whatever that looks like. Lean back in your chair, grab a pillow if you need it. For me, maybe some of you have noticed, I really like to have my feet up on the chair. Might not work for some of you, might work for some of you, but you could also have something to put your feet up on so you're kind of more in a reclined position. Whatever feels good for you. And we're going to go back to one of the mindfulness practices we did earlier on with a bit of sensation. But we're going to do it a little bit, we might have done the same one. We're going to do this tapping. I'm just going to do it with one hand. Now, where exactly you tap, I don't know specifically meridian lines, etc., but you can find certain areas to tap on your body that can be actually really helpful for stress management, to help with anxiety, etc. Maybe we'll do a month on that in the future. That'd be kind of cool. Because the tapping can be really effective for a lot of different, I'm not going to say ailments, but stress management stuff, for mood boosting, etc. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put my hand kind of just under my collarbone. There's this kind of nice little pocket here that I find really soothing. So I'm putting my hand kind of in there and I'm going to be tapping here. Now, if you want to mute me, if my tapping's too loud, I'll try not to stop too hard. But this is what we're going to be focusing on. So again, we'll start with just some deep breathing. So we're going to inhale through our nose. Exhale. I like to exhale through my mouth, but you can do either or. Inhaling through your nose. Exhaling. To start, you're going to just notice your breathing. Are you breathing more shallow, so more in your chest, or are you breathing all the way down to your belly? We're not having any judgment here. We're just noticing our breath. If you're able to slow down your breathing just a bit, increasing the length of your inhale as well as your exhale. I'll remind you, if you want to increase the length of your inhale and have a shorter exhale, that will help with energy. If you increase your exhale, that'll have a more calming effect. Now we're going to just do some tapping here. You can soften your gaze. We're going to try and clear our mind. Continue breathing. But focusing on this tapping sensation. You're creating a beat and a rhythm for yourself. This beat rhythm is where you're refocusing when other thoughts, what you need to do in the day, start to float in. Just come back to this beat. Trying to let the thoughts melt away. Trying to let your muscles relax. Now, when the thoughts come up, we're not judging them. We're letting them pass us by, like clouds or cars on the road, and coming back to our rhythm and physical sensation that we're creating here. Depending on your rhythm, you might be able to pair your breathing with it. You might be able to inhale for 2, exhale for 2. Letting the tasks of the day slip away. Letting the stressors of the week or weekend be by your side, not holding on to that right now, letting go of that. Being the here and the now. Present in your body, present in the space. connected to yourself, the rhythm you've created. Reminding yourself that you're connected to everything, connected to all the people of the world, all the plants and animals, and you're worthy and you belong. And you are perfect in all your imperfections. Great. I'm gonna stop your tapping. Come back to the room if you ended up closing your eyes, noticing what's around you. Hopefully feeling light, maybe energized, maybe relaxed, but ready for your day. I hope you feel like you're ready to take it on. And we want you all to keep your brain healthy at Cowichan Brain Injury Society, and we hope to see you at some programs. Oh, and quick little reminder, sorry, there will be no morning wake up next week. I will be in Belize, so I will not be running program, but I will be back on, I think, the 31st of March, where the topic, I will hopefully still be talking about nutrition, but if I am not ready, you might just learn all about Belize. But I think I will be prepared. Okay. Again, stay healthy from all of us at Cowichan Brain Injury. Bye.